Good morning students. Let us begin our today's session. So in our previous session we have completed exercise 15.3. So in today's session we will solve miscellaneous examples. So in miscellaneous examples we will be solving all the kind of problem, that is we will be using all the concept what we have learned till now. Okay, so let us consider our first example, that is example 16. The question says the variance of 20 observations is 5. If each observation is multiplied by 2, find the new variance of the resulting observations. I'll repeat the question once again. The variance of 20 observations is 5. That is for the example 16. Okay, what is given? Variance for 20 observation. It is equal to 5. So here n is equal to 20. And if each observation is multiplied by 2, then find the variance of new observation. So let us consider those 20 observations as x1, x2, so on up till x20. These be the old observations. That is 20 observation. What is given? Variance of these all x20. That is variance of, okay, these 20 observation is equal to 5. Right. So now what is the formula for the variance? It is 1 upon n summation where I goes from 1 to n in of xi minus x bar whole square is equal to 5. Or in our given question, what is n? It is 1 upon 20 summation where I goes from 1 to 20 xi minus x bar whole square is equal to 5. Now we will multiply this on the other side. So what you will get? Summation where I goes from 1 to 20 is equal to xi minus x bar whole square is equal to 5 into 20. It is 100. Name this as equation number 1. Okay. So after this we will consider the new observations. Okay, which are the new observations? That is each xi is multiplied with 2. So those new observations we will name them as what? y1, okay, y2, y3, so on up till y20. These are our what? These are our new observation. And how these 20 observations are obtained? That is each yi is obtained by multiplying 2 to each xi. Okay, or what is xi is equal to? Xi is equal to yi by 2. Okay, so this we will use it later. Next, yi is equal to 2xi. Now let us calculate what is the mean of these yi observation. That is what is our mean formula. It is sum of all the observation where I goes from 1 to n divided by total number of observation. So it is summation where I goes from 1 to, in our case how many observation? 20. But what is this yi is equal to? Okay, if you want you can name it as equation 2. What is yi is equal to? It is 2 into xi. From where did we write? This we have written from equation number 1. Whole divided by 20. Okay, or it is what? This, as 2 is a constant, summation is not applicable for a constant. So we will take 2 outside. 2 into summation of xi where I goes from 1 to 20 divided by 20. Now, if summation of yi divided by n is y bar, in the same way, summation of xi divided by 20, what it will be equal to? It will be equal to 2 into x bar. So what is that? That is y bar is equal to 2 into x bar. Or what can we write? You can write x bar is equal to y bar by 2. Okay. So even other side. So 8.24 into 5. It will turn out to be 41.20. 1 minus 4.4 is 3.4 whole square. Next, 2 minus 4.4 whole square is 2.4 whole square. 6 minus 4.4 is 1.6 whole square. And for this we will apply a minus b whole square formula. So what it is? X square plus 4.4 whole square minus 2 into x into 4.4. Same way, what we will do? We will even apply for this. So it is plus y square plus 4.4 whole square, okay, minus 2 into y into 4.4 whole, okay. So this is after the simplification. Now what it will be? 41.20 is equal to 3.4 whole square. So if you square each term, okay, you will be getting as 11.56 plus 5.76 plus 2.56 plus. Now we will group the like term. X square plus y square. 4.4 whole square plus 4.4 whole square. It is nothing but 2 times of 4.4 whole square. And you can see in this both, what is common? Minus 2 into 4.4. Minus 2 into 4.4. And what remains in the bracket? X plus y. Okay. Or when you simplify this further, you will get it as what? After simplification, and you will put x plus y is equal to 13. How can you put x plus y is equal to 13? Because of equation 1. And this is from equation 1. What you can substitute? X plus y is equal to 13. So after simplification you will get, that is you will add, wherever subtraction is there you will subtract, and finally you will get x square plus y square is equal to 97. Name this as equation number 2. Okay, after this, that is from your equation 1, x plus y is equal to 13. And what does your equation 2 says? Equation 2 is x square plus y square is equal to 97. Okay, so now what we will do? We will consider again equation number 1. That is, we will square on both the side of equation 1. Squaring equation 1. That is what you will get. X plus y whole square is equal to 13 square. Or it is x square plus y square plus 2xy is equal to 169. Name this as equation 3. Okay, how did you get your equation 3? Equation 3 is obtained by squaring equation 1. Okay, next after that we will consider equation 2 and equation 3. That is, we will subtract equation 3 from equation 2. That is equation 3 minus equation 2. So what it will be? X square plus y square plus 2xy, and here minus x square minus y square is equal to 169 minus 97 plus x square minus x square plus y square minus y square. 2xy is equal to, it is 2, okay, 72. Okay, so now this you can name it as equation number 4. Next what we will do? We will add that is, sorry, we will subtract equation 4 from equation 2. Okay, so subtract equation 4 from equation 2. 17. Now let us consider our next example, that is example 18. The question says, if each of the observation x1, x2 so on up till xn is increased by a, where a is a negative or positive number, then show that the variance remains unchanged. That is, if each of the yi or each of the xi, it is increased by a means added by a, then the variance of the new observation also will be the same as compared to the old one. But you could see in example 16 that if a number was multiplied, the variance changed. But if we are adding or subtracting a constant, then the variance remains unchanged. Right? So first let us consider whatever they have given. Okay, what it has been given? x1, x2 so on up till xn. For these observation, what it is? We will consider first those observation. Let mean of these observation x bar, that is let x bar be the mean for x1, x2 so on up till xn. And then variance is given by, what is the variance of formula for this x value? It is summation of xi minus x bar whole square, where I goes from 1 to n divided by n. Right? So this is what they have given. Now these each xi, they are added by a. So what we will get our new observation? y1, y2 so on up till yn. So let y1, y2 so on up till yn be the new observations. Okay, and how are these new observations obtained? By multiplying, that is these each by I. They have been obtained by adding a to each xi. Okay, now for this, let us calculate the mean, because to show the variance we need what is the mean. So what is our mean for y bar? It is sum of all the yi, where I goes from 1 to n divided by n, or it is summation of what? Yi. But what is yi? It is xi plus a, where I goes from 1 to n whole divided by n, or So we have to calculate now what? We have to calculate the correct mean and correct standard deviation. Right. So before that, let us go to the definition of mean. So what is mean formula? It is sum of observations, right, divided by the total number of observations. This is our definition, right? But now what mean we have got? It is what? It is wrong mean. So obviously sum of observation is also wrong. Total number of observation, it won't be wrong because now the total number of entry, they will be 100 only. So the mean is wrong and sum of all the observation is wrong. But what we have to calculate? We have to calculate the correct mean. So to calculate the correct mean, which two values you should know? You should know sum of all the observation and total number of observation. We know the total number of observation. But sum of observation, what we know, it is not correct. It is wrong. So we have to calculate first the correct sum of observations. Okay. So but with the help of incorrect only, we will calculate what? Correct sum of observation. So what is the mean given? It is 40 is equal to. This is what? This is incorrect sum. Right. Divided by the total number of observation. How many there are? 100. So 40 into 100. It is 4000. What is this 4000? It is incorrect sum. But how can you calculate our correct sum? Correct sum is given by the formula. So correct sum is equal to, from this incorrect sum, okay, from this incorrect sum, we will first subtract that incorrect value. Which was the wrong value taken by the student? 50. But which value he had to add? That is 40. So we will subtract the wrong observation and we will add the correct observation to get what? To get the correct sum. Or it is what? 4000 minus 50 plus 10. It is minus 10. Or what is our correct sum? 3990. Now we know our correct sum. We will calculate the correct mean. Right. So correct mean is equal to correct sum divided by n. Right. What is the correct sum? 3990 divided by 100. So when you calculate, how much will it be? It will be equal to 39.9. So what is this? This is a correct mean. So we have answered for our first question. That is correct mean. Now we need to calculate standard deviation. That is correct standard deviation because this is a wrong standard deviation. Right. So let us first write standard deviation formula. Standard deviation SD or sigma. It is equal to, what it is equal to? 1 upon n summation of xi square, where I goes from 1 to n, minus summation of xi whole square, where I goes from 1 to n, 1 divided by n square. This is our standard deviation formula. Okay, or just go on substituting your incorrect values. Okay, which are the incorrect values? Standard deviation given is 5.1. Okay, under the square root 1 by 100 into summation of xi square. Okay, minus 1 upon this, we can write it as what? Summation of xi divided by n. This is a square by b square. What can you write it as? A by b whole square. So it is by complete square. Or it is 5.1 is equal to 1 by 100 summation of xi square, where I goes from 1 to n, minus. But what is this summation of xi by n? What is this summation of xi by n? It is nothing but x bar. That is mean of all those xi's. Whole square under the square root. Or it is 5.1 is equal to square root of 1 upon 100 summation of xi square, where I goes from 1 to n, minus. What is the mean? Wrong mean only you have to consider here. deviation. Here also we have to consider that incorrect mean only. What is the incorrect mean? It is 40 whole square. Now further we have to simplify, so square on both the sides. So if you square on both the sides, what you will get? You will get here it as 26.01 is equal to 1 by 100, and this summation of xi square, it is also incorrect. So incorrect summation of xi square, where I goes from 1 to n, minus 40 square will be nothing but 1600. So you just simplify Example 19. So this completes your chapter statistics. Okay, so in statistics we have learned about mean. Okay, next connected with mean deviation about mean deviation about median. Right.